put your hands on the count of three.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
I'm Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. This NBA season rocking right along, and we're loving every minute of it. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. For the Timberwolves, the goal tonight is clear, figuring out a way to solidify some momentum. Coming into this game, they've struggled, just 2-8 over their last 10. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play the guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well,
it's the Timberwolves in Minnesota for a little interconference action here at the Target Center. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Pacers are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. This is a team showing a better record this over last. This was their goal, and it's coming to fruition so far.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, you know, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. McHale is out there with Doherty. Then it's Dang. Then it's Harden. And it's Lee in at the 1 spot. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the night.
Chauncey Billups. 2 shots.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Billups. And Chauncey Billups drops them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Lee kicks to McHale. Picked by Lee. McHale passes to Harden. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint. He feels if they can accomplish that, they'll have the upper hand on defense. Let's see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Suns.
And it wasn't just about the bad shooting. It was really more so about the bad offense. They just didn't execute well. The screens weren't there. The spacing was poor, and thusly the defeat.
Well, you've laid out a couple of the details that lead to good offense, or bad if you don't execute them. Shooting is just a byproduct of not screening well and not moving the ball or players well. They didn't execute anything on the offensive end.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so it's Minnesota with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that. It'd be appropriate.
Here's Dang. Finished off the break. Dang's got his first basket.
Great hustle to turn the block shot into a fast break hoop.
That's a big-time play.
Outside, Billups. Pass to Finley. It's stolen by Dang. Lee outside. The high post shot. It's blocked by Shaq. Now Finley. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Here's Billups. Goes up again. No good from Duncan.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Harden outside. Doherty with the screen on Hornacek. It's Harden with the drive. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Harden's got his first bucket of the night. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Hornacek against Harden. Clock at 6. Hornacek outside. There's the triple. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Harden has a wide open look. Another miss by Harden.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Hornacek kicks to Billups. Dishes it to O'Neal. Shaq with a screen on Lee. Hornacek with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Another miss by Minnesota.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there. But he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Duncan, a screen. And the wide open shot from Billups. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Pacers leading by 4. Lee dishes to McHale. Uncovered. Tries again. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Warren's checked in for Minnesota. The Pacers have had 2 chances at the line. That one misses for McHale. Minnesota's here. The dish to Billups. Duncan, a screen. Hornacek outside. Passes to Finley. Lots of room. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Back to Harden. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Screen by Duncan. Hornacek outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
One of the areas where he has excelled all season long. How about 87% from the line?
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Pacers leading by 4. Lee outside. Picked by Lee. McHale passes to Harden. Lee outside. The shot, no good. Billups with some nice defense here. Pass to Finley. Jeff Hornacek on the wing. All alone. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
The defense there got away with a major lapse. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now here's Billups. 20 points for him last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
You know, and in watching passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Hornacek against Harden. Just 5 to shoot. Let's go. Another miss by Minnesota.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
There's a screen by McHale. Shoots off the screen. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Man, I love to see James Harden go to work and shoot that ball.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Making free throws a big key for any team. Let's see the best in the NBA. Second, the Pacers.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want a foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Minnesota making some changes. Beasley comes in for Michael Finley, and Jones subbed in for Hornacek. Then for the Pacers, Biyombo checks in for Brad Daugherty, and Gervin subbed in for Luol Deng. Timberwolves trail by 8. Jones kicks to Warren. Back to Jones. Beasley the screen. It's Jones on the wing. Covered by Lee. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And that one's good.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
And here's Harden. He's got 8. The 3. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Outside Billups. To the paint. Here's Warren. The Pacers pull it in.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Now here's Jones. George Gervin missing his last shot. Outside Billups. The feed to Duncan. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Duncan's got his first basket of the night. Pacers leading by 7. Now here's Lee. 17 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Beasley the screen. Jones kicks to Warren. The pass to Billups. The rebound by Harden. For Indiana, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And it's Gervin missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Warren dishes to Jones. Here's Billups. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Lopez is checked in. And the Pacers shooting 47% here so far. Lopez, a screen on Billups. It's Harden with the drive. They get it again. Biyombo, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And the Pacers lead by 12.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Outside Billups. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Kicks to Johnson. Back to Billups. Clock at 6. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Here's Gervin trying to get open as Lopez. And it's Gervin missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Jones, no luck. Indiana leading by 12. Feeds it to Harden. Lopez a screen. Harden kicks to Lopez from 12 feet out. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And it's Gervin missing.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Screen by Jones. Now Warren. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Warriors in Oakland. Johnson attacking. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Here's Indiana. They lead by 14.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ballgame.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Warren, the pass to Jones. Beasley kicks to Warren. Jones against Gervin. From deep, Billups. Shot's good. Phillips has got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Indiana leading by 11. Harden outside. Right side, Lee. He feeds it to Gervin. Releases. It's tipped, but he stays with it. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Five seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Billups. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Indiana out in front. They lead by 11. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto. A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. are surprised when they learn how passionate, Clark, the fans in Toronto can be.
You know, Kevin, that's so true. I mean, when they get it going at the Air Canada Center, that place rocks. And it's great to hear Amir talk about how that pumps him up and makes him want to do it for Canada.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Minnesota, O'Neal is out there with Duncan. Then there's Hornacek. Then there's Finley, and it's Jones in at the point guard position. Timberwolves trail by 14. Screen by Duncan. Jones dishes to O'Neal. Back to Jones. Duncan with a screen on Lee. Just 4 to shoot. To the middle. And the dunk by Duncan.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Here's Gervin after the basket by Minnesota. The shot is off. Duncan with some nice D. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 29% from the floor. A tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Jones, that one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
He kicks it to O'Neal. Baseline try. No luck. So Indiana will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Lee passes to Gervin. Indiana moving it around. Outside Dang. He dishes it to Lee. And Jones pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 10. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. That cuts the lead to single digits. Here's Lee. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Doherty. Deflects the pass. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And it doesn't look like they'll be giving up on any plays tonight either. Their offensive rebounding has also been equally as impressive.
The Pacers making a switch here. Pekovic is checked in. So he gets them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on them in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
Duncan, a screen. Hornacek outside. Down low, O'Neal. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand, Jim. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Doherty. 8 points his last outing. Lee outside. Pekovic with the screen for Lee. Just 5 on the clock. Dang kicks to Pekovic. Rebound Minnesota.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Dang with it. Jones covering. Dang attacking. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Jones. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Now Finley. Fires it up. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here's Lee. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Timberwolves trail by 8. Jones with it. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Jones has got his second bucket of the night.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Here's Gervin. Rebound Minnesota. And here's Jones. Dishes to Hornacek. Shaq with the screen. Off the pick. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Finley. And Indiana shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Lee dishes to Gervin. Tries from 16, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Gervin's got 6. The Timberwolves have gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Jeff Hornacek on the wing. Shaq with a screen on Gervin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Lee. He's putting up 13 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular, and sometimes what you see is what you get.
He certainly knows his role, and he gives you some good minutes. That's really all you can expect from him at this point.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Hornacek. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Johnson, he's checked in for Duncan. Warren comes in for Michael Finley. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Jones. Indiana also making some changes. Biyombo, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. McHale comes in for Doherty. And it's James Harden in for Gervin. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Indiana leading by 5. Lee kicks to Harden. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Shaq. The Pacers shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, I'd have to credit the work they put in at the free throw line to practice this season. I mean, because they have noticeably improved since a year ago.
Now here's Billups. He's got 5. Hornacek outside. Beasley outside. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Beasley's got his second bucket tonight. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, it's no doubt. Now here's Dang. 8 points his last outing.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Now here's Billups. The dish to Warren. Here's Hornacek. Dang grabs the miss.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
That one a little long. Timberwolves have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Harden against Hornacek. Passes it to Johnson. Left side, Billups. Shot clock at 3. Lee with the block. But they get it there. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Inside, Harden. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Harden's got 19 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And let's take a moment to show you the NBA's best rebounding teams over the last 10 games. The Pacers in 5th.
Kevin, that's been a nice run lately. They're making a strong effort on the board, and it's working and paying dividends for them.
Now, here's Warren. He's covered by Deng. Johnson the screen. Outside, Billups. Pass to Warren. Lock at 6. Here's Hornacek. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The drive by Lee. He's off from 17 feet.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
Hornacek kicks to Beasley. Baseline try. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Biyombo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Lee outside. The feed now to Biyombo. Back to Lee. Here's Harden on the wing.
2 minutes.
Kept alive. Here's Biyombo.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now. 3rd in opponent offense, 10th in second chance points. As far as block shots go, not a strong suit for this team. Only top 20 in the league. They really don't do a good job of defending the paint.
And you talk about their ranking in terms of opponents' points per game. They really stifle teams. I mean, they eliminate the easy run-outs in transition, and they force you to play 5-on-5 and take difficult shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. 1:57 left in the first half. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's Warren with the jam.
I love the way Billups spreads that ball around.
Pacers leading by 10.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Denver Wolves dancers.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, Indiana, 4.5 games behind.
Yeah, and seeing where the Pacers are, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Yeah, and that's got to be terribly discouraging for them. I mean, I know how badly they wanted to contend for a playoff spot, but it's just not happening.
Dang gets a wide-open look. Offline with his 3. Timberwolves trail by 10. Hornacek passes to Billups. 1:16 left to play here in the half. Warren dishes to Hornacek. Shot clock at 5. Here's Billups. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Billups has got 7. 59 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Lee kicks to Harden. Biyombo, the pass today. On the wing, Harden. And there's the defensive 3-second call. This is his second attempt at the line tonight.
James Harden.
They didn't shoot it particularly well from the line in the first quarter. They're doing better right now.
Lopez, he's checked in for Biyombo. Lopez a screen. Harden dishes to McHale. 6 on the shot clock. No good.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Johnson sets the screen for Billups. Johnson with a screen on Lee. Outside Billups. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Lee. Harden outside. Fires the 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so that's the end of the first half. Pacers lead by 9. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, an impressive first half for you. What allowed you to come out so strong?
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to get out early and give a little spark to my teammates. And they followed along. So, it's just a matter of us not turning the ball over and getting stops.
You're not a bad guy to follow, James. Thank you so much. Over to you guys.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the halftime show on 2K Sports. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Pacers? Kenny, let's get your insight on the Timberwolves.
Well, they're losing the battle on the boards. And when you're struggling to stay in the game, a few extra rebounds either way can make the difference. Because rebounds equal possessions, and possessions can equal extra points. They need to come out in the second half with the mindset that every rebound is theirs.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
Here's Lee. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. We've got Harden. McHale is out there with Doherty. Then it's Dang, and it's Lee in at the point. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Six on the shot clock. Duncan with the block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Minnesota with the ball. 9-point game. This their first chance this season playing the Pacers.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
And, you know, when you only see a team twice a year, Greg, it's hard to really get a good understanding of who they are or a good feel for them. And oftentimes that can lead to a series split.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
It's been a difference maker for them in this game. That's what's put them in front.
Now here's Billups and Shaq with the slam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Great way to start the half. Easy layup against some soft D.
And there's the pass to Duncan. No good. Some solid defense there from McHale. Lee kicks to Harden. And he banks in the layup. And now it's an 11-point Pacer lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Pass to Finley. Shaq with the screen. Billups goes in the corner. O'Neal with it. 6 to shoot. Here's Duncan, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Kevin McHale. The Timberwolves have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
And Duncan drops them both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Harden outside. Doherty with the screen on Hornacek. Hornacek with the steal. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Jumps up, and Shaq with the slam.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal, and then excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Out that one, the Indiana lead has been cut to just 5 points on the basket from Billups.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
No good from Lee.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Back to Billups. Lee with the steal. Kicks it to Dang. McHale passes to Doherty. It's Harden with the drive. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Finley. Trips down the breakaway slam.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And, Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together. There's been some slippage defensively here in the second half, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they've given up some easy baskets here.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He told them they should be dedicating themselves to hitting the offensive glass with everything they've got from now on, even if that means it takes them away from defensive transition. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens and the pick-and-roll game. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Lee after the miss from Tim Duncan. Lee dishes to McHale. Here's Harden on the wing. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Gervin. Shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Jones kicks to Billups. Shaq with the screen. Unloads from 9, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Shaq's got 6 here in this quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep. And great effort on the boards, and what a mean that was, Gary. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him, Clark, at all times.
And you know what? Sometimes that's not even enough. He'll go around, over, or through you to get to the pump.
Here is Harden following the basket by Tim Duncan. Doherty with the screen on Duncan. Here's the screen. Lee against Billups. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Looking to end his cold spell. Duncan with the block. Now Finley. He's got 11. Billups from outside. That one goes. Count it. Billups has got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Duncan with the screen on Lee. Billups against Gervin. Passes it to Finley for the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. Doherty's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Doherty with the screen on Billups. Phillips against Lee. Inside, here's Gervin. Tim Duncan with the rebound. Duncan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Phillips with the ball. 12 points for him. Jones kicks to Shaq. The shake. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
So far in the game for Shaq, he has 8 points, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
For Minnesota, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. The Pacers making a change here. O'Neal hits them both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Shaq, and Warren subbed in for Michael Finley. Both shots good from the stripe. Minnesota with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Johnson the screen. Jones kicks to Warren. Feeds it to Duncan. From 12 feet out, and he gets it to go. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter. Indiana trailing here. Harden the pass to Biyombo. Gervin dishes to Harden. Back to Gervin. 6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. With the shot. They grab their own miss.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Phillips. Second chance shot, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
A chance now to take a look at how the Pacers are doing, Kevin, here early in the season. 2nd in free throw percentage. 3rd in rebounding. And this is also what I would call a pretty solid offensive rebounding team. I mean, they've got a top 10 ranking in the second chance points category.
And you mentioned their free throw shooting. Not a team you can get careless with defensively. They make you pay. Sealing games at the line.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Billups.
Some good play from Billups in this one. 13 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Both good from the line that time. Pacers trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Gervin, and he bangs it home with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you could hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
At the line for your Timberwolves, Tim Duncan. Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Duncan. Lopez, he's checked in for the Pacers. That one misses. Pacers trail by 3. Leaks to Gervin. Rebound, Minnesota. Duncan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Dishes it to Warren. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Warren's got his second basket of the night.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
And a wide open look for Lee. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Lee's got his first points in this one. Timberwolves leading by 3. Duncan, a screen. The dish now to Warren. Back to Jones. Outside, Billups. Johnson with a screen on Harden. Billups kicks to Duncan. Jones with it. He's picked up by Lee. Misses the 3. Pacers trail by 3. He feeds it to Harden. He's looking for Gervin and finds him. Shoots from 14. Good work defensively by Johnson.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Jones kicks to Billups. He dishes it to Duncan. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got his 7th assist here tonight. Pass to Biyombo. Picked by Lee. Harden against Jones. Pump that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Lee.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Jones. Johnson the screen. Jones kicks to Warren. There's the feed to Duncan. .136 left to play in the third. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. James Harden, number 1.
Well, when he's on the court, it's like having a second point guard out there. I mean, and in fact, his passing ability oftentimes rivals or surpasses some of the best point guards in our league.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to call him a true 2-guard because of how often their offense runs through him. Maybe he's more like a 1.5 guard.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Hornacek comes in for Chauncey Billups. In Indiana with a change here too. Luol Deng is checked in for Lee. He hits the second from the line. Pacers trail by 4. The pass to Biyombo. Back to Harden. Harden draws the double. They set the pick. Outside Deng. Pass to Biyombo. Here's Harden. And the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Shooting for Minnesota, Casey Jones. 2 shots.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. The Pacers making a switch here. Pekovic is checked in. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Pacers trail by 4. Kicks to Dang. Passes to Gervin. Feeds it to Pekovic. Shot off the pick. And yes, sir, that one drops. Pekovic has got his second bucket tonight.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Duncan. He's got 13. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go. Duncan's got 11 in the second half. Harden dishes to Dang. Harden's to Gervin. He feeds it to Pekovic. Lopez a screen. A 3-ball. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Hornacek against Harden. Gervin outside. With 4 seconds on the clock, misses off the right iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Minnesota on top, up by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And here's Hornacek. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. Duncan out there with Beasley. Then it's Jeff Hornacek. And it's Finley in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Pacers trail by 4. To the paint. Here's Doherty. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the first one drops. And so Doherty nails both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Screen by Duncan. Here's Finley. And the 3 off target. Indiana trailing here. It's Harden with the drive. Excellent D there from Beasley.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
And stolen by Doherty. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Gervin outside. He kicks to Dang to tie it up. Not enough on that one as it misses.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Finley, covered by Gervin. Here's Shaq. Another miss by Minnesota. And Indiana shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Gervin passes to Dang. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup. Dang's got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Hornacek outside. Dishes to O'Neal. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Harden with a screen on Hornacek. It's Harden with the drive. Bang for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 6th assist on the night.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Now, here is Hornacek. Pass to Finley. Just 5 on the clock. And power down the champ.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Coach Nate McMillan had some words for his team. He told the guys that for now, he wants to see them back off the three-point shot, saying all our offense doesn't need to come from perimeter jump shots. Let's get the ball inside for some high percentage looks.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Phillips is checked in. Doherty, the screen. To the middle. Lee kicks to Doherty. Harden against Hornacek. Here's Lee outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Pacers lead by 2. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
Now here's Phillips.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now the dish to Duncan. And it's sent back by McHale. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Welcome, fans, to the FIBA World Tournament.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. Now here's Lee. Down low, Doherty. And it's Shaq with the rebound. Timberwolves trail. Here's Finley. He dishes it to Hornacek. Now the feed to Phillips. Kicks it out to Hornacek. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Harden. Harden's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
And both free throws good for Lee.
Looking at the game for Lee, he has 9 points and a pair of blocks to go along with those.
And he's been standing tall when they needed it.
Now here's Billups. Shot clock at 6. Shot from 12. Duncan. The basket good off the assist from Billups. Billups has got his 8th assist in the game.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Lee gets the bucket.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Outside Billups. Shaq with the screen. Here's Finley. No good off the front iron. And it's the Pacers ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Lee goes in. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. O'Neal. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Amir Johnson's checked in for Minnesota. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Lee.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now, here is Hornacek. Johnson in the corner. Back to Hornacek. Tries it from 19. The shot is off. So the Pacers will take it the other way. Harden dishes to Dang, and he gets the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 8. Timberwolves shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. There's the pass to Finley. Back to Billups. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Luol Deng.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Here's McHale, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
I agree with you. I mean, and now that we're moving deeper into the fourth, it's really the point where they add a few more points to the lead, and I think they can put this thing away and consider it over.
Duncan, the pass to Hornacek. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
Yeah, now 1 of 4 here in the fourth quarter.
Here's Lee. It's tipped and taken away by Johnson. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Hornacek, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
That's his third personal foul. Elbow. 2.
Shooting for Minnesota, Jeff Hornacek. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Good on both.
Check out the game for Hornacek. He has 8 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Lee. They set the screen. Off target with his three.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Finley. Here's Johnson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Now Billups. Duncan high post. Johnson the screen. Duncan kicks to Finley. Hopps off the pick and hammers it home.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks.
Now here's Billups. Following the shot by Kevin McHale. Screened by Duncan. Passes it to Finley. And again, it's Minnesota.
Big time bucket there. And you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Hornacek against Harden. McHale up top. And stolen by Billups. Kicks to Johnson to take the lead. And the rebound goes to McHale. McHale's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. It's Harden with the drive. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Billups. Feeds to Hornacek. Screen by Duncan. Here's Finley. It's rebounded by Indiana. Doherty's got 11 rebounds in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Dishes it to Hornacek. There's 1:54 left in the fourth. Back to Billups. Here's Duncan. Here's Johnson. And it's sent back by McHale. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here.
Look at the night for Tim Duncan. He's got 15 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's gotten after it on the boards for them as well as in the transition game.
And I like the fact that one has really fed into the other.
And so Duncan hits them both.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. One possession game now.
All right, Target Center, coming up the court now are your Timberwolves dancers. Come on, give it up.
.141 left in the game. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by McHale. McHale's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Phillips against Lee. Hornacek from long range. No luck. And Indiana will go the other way with it. At one point, they led by 16. Inside, here's Dang. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
So far in the game for Dang, he has 14 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Hits the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Minnesota's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Lee against Phillips. He feeds it to Hornacek. Johnson with a screen on Harden. Just 5 to shoot. It's Hornacek again missing. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Lee kicks to Harden. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th. Doherty with the screen on Hornacek. Doherty up top. Fades and shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
To the paint. It's good. And now they trail by just 4.
Good ball movement. You put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And he commits the intentional foul. hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Warren's checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
.23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Duncan right side. The fader. It falls! 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Phillips passes to Finley. And that one goes long.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Jones with it. McLemore inside the line, off the mark. So it's Indiana picking up the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, James, it certainly seemed the entire team stayed with the game plan and stayed focused to try to play at the pace you're looking to.
Yeah, they did a good job. Very good job. We tried to push the ball as much as possible. They kept getting offensive rebounds, so we stuck with it 4 quarters and grinded it out.
Well, terrific win. Congratulations. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player, how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.